Does anybody know any newfies? Is there any newfies out there? Anybody know any? Yeah, nice. Please shut your mouth. Well, I don't really care anyways, it's just the intro to my jokes. Newfies are actually really great people. It's not their looks or anything like that, their hygiene. None of you know any, so you wouldn't know, but they're pretty awful. But they're just really funny to talk to. The way they talk is hilarious because, you know, around here if somebody comes up to me and goes, "Hey man, fuck you," I'm mad, you know, I'm livid, I'm almost ready to fight. But you know, if a newfie comes up to you, you know, they come up and they're like, "Hey, fuck you, man, how the fuck you doing?" It's delightful. You don't want to fight. You want to buy him a beer. He's probably drunk already, but you want to buy him a drink because he's you know, they've taken something awful, something offensive, and they've made it beautiful. And that's what I think is great about newfies. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to go to like a church in Newfoundland and hear a pastor preaching from the fucking good book. But you know, the way people speak has an effect on what they're trying to say. And take my mom, for example. My mom is impossible to argue with. You know, it's not that she's a genius or that she knows like everything, has all the answers. It's that she'll just change the definition of shit so that I can't win the argument. But the other day she was talking to me and she came up and she went, "Hey Reed, do you think your brother smokes weed?" I'm like, I don't know. Is that a problem? And she's like, "Of course it's a problem, Reed. Weed is a drug." And I'm like, all right. And what do you gotta know about my mom is she drinks wine every day. And so I'm like, I'm about to be like, "Well, alcohol," and my mom cuts me off. Like I'm just about to argue with her, and she goes, "And just so you know, I don't consider alcohol a drug." I was stumped. You know, how do I argue with that? How do I argue with somebody like this? That's like saying, you know, I'm against genocide, but I don't really consider the Holocaust genocide. You know, it's just being about being consistent. You know, you need to. Anyways, but arguing can be really irritating with people like that who try to screw you up like that. But there's something that people do every day to me that really bugs me. It's when I'm driving and somebody will give me the right of way when it's not my turn. Oh, that is the worst. That bugs me so much. It's like I pull up to a four-way stop, and there's this other guy sitting there just waiting for me to show up. And then you know, he's sitting in the car and I'm looking at him and he's looking at me and he's just, you know, maybe waving me in. It's like, what are you doing? And that just pisses me off because you know this smug bastard is sitting in his car. Look at me. Look how good I'm like the Jesus of four-way stops. No, go ahead, don't worry about it. You know, and it's like, no, you're not, okay? You are what is wrong with the world, okay? People doing little things they think is really helping out, but it's really causing shit and chaos and everything. But, you know, you go when it's your turn or I'm gonna smash into your car to teach you a lesson. Yeah, you have plenty of time to think how good you are when you're sitting in your wheelchair for the rest of your life. But yeah, I don't know, I guess I'm just an angry person, so yeah, I guess I better just back off. Thanks, guys.